Today's guest is Sonja van de Molengraft. Sonja is a PhD student at the University of Groningen, and she also works at Royal Kentalis. Hi Sonja, welcome. Can you tell us what is Royal Kentalis? What kind of institution?
It's a national organization in the Netherlands for people with hearing or communication disabilities, including people with dual sensory loss. And Kentalis offers research, care, diagnostics, special education.
Right, okay. Your research builds upon an earlier research from 2019 called Coping with Usher. Can you tell us a little bit what were the conclusions of that study?
Well, what they did, they also had, for example, some interviews with parents of children with Ushersyndroom, but also with adults. And then they shared their experiences, telling that they had missed a special support during difficult times, special support by professionals.
Right. So professionals also need support? Do they need to know what to do?
Yeah, because it is also challenging for professionals. For example, within Kentalis, Usher syndrome is a rare syndrome, and also professionals don't only have to support families with a child with Usher syndrome. So, how to keep updated about the Usher syndrome, what is Usher syndrome, and how to support these families.
So how does your own research tie into this?
Well, we have continued developing a psycho-educational program that already was developed within the project of Coping with Usher. And we also decided, because of the feedback that we received from professionals, to develop a training program for them. So in this research, we have now developed a training for professionals and a psychoeducational program for families with a child with Usher syndrome.
Right. Is this mostly practical or is it really focused on those psychosocial aspects?
Actually, maybe a bit both. And because parents, they have questions in all those domains. So the program, we have different teams that we can talk about. So it is practical, but mostly the psychosocial impacts.
Right. What kind of questions are we talking about?
It depends really in what situation the families are. Did they just receive the diagnosis, for example, for their child, or is the child already aware of the fact that he is diagnosed or she with the syndrome? But it could be like questions of parents, mostly concerning future. What education is best for my child? How to prepare that there might be a visual impairment? Should we allow our child to go to football, for example, or maybe not, because maybe in future it is not possible anymore?
And also about emotions. How do you deal with those?
Exactly. And it's emotions of parents, but also of the child, how to talk about the emotions of the parents between them, but also with the child, maybe with the brothers and sisters. It concerns the whole family.
And how to deal with those emotions?
Yes,
Right.
yeah. And
Okay.
it's challenging for the parents, of course, for the family. And what we have been trying for professionals is also to see how to discuss these difficult themes.
So you, in your research, you're studying the effectiveness of those training programs. How do you study that?
That's a good question. We are in the middle of the phase of the data collection. So we have found 8 families who were willing to participate. And they have been filling in questionnaires, weekly questionnaires. And with the questionnaires, we are asking them, for example, how they think about their family quality of life. But with the weekly questionnaires, we also ask them how their psychological needs are filled or not. And the same for professionals. They fill in the same questionnaires for 23 weeks long.
23 weeks, okay.
Yeah, it's a long time. I am really aware of that, and I'm really thankful for parents and professionals that they are really willing to participate.
Right. Do you have any outcomes yet?
No, not yet. Like I said, we are like in the middle of the data collection. We are still following families that they have now their meetings with the professionals. I have already had some interviews with the first families that already have finished.
Right. Are people willing to participate? Are they happy doing that?
Well, I can tell that during the recruitment phase, we have had lots of contacts with different families. And like I said, that we have found 8 families from and Belgium and the Netherlands who are willing to participate. That was really great. But I also have discussed this with families who finally decided it is not their time now, because it is really an intense process for them. Like, for example, one family decided not to participate. They are really interested in the program, but because of a change of a job of one parent, they decided it is not the moment right now.
Right. Okay. Looking at all of this and from your experience, what's your hope or your expectation for the future in this area?
What I really do hope with this research that is, in the end, we can say something about the effectiveness of a psycho-educational program that is really related to Ushersyndroom. That is something that does not exist at the
It
moment.
doesn't. Nowhere in the
No,
world.
in the world.
Okay.
So that is why I hope with this program finally we can implement it globally, worldwide, because I already know that there is an interest by professionals, by families, and I think it might be of interest of both parents and the professionals.
Right. So the materials will be in English as well.
In the end, I hope not only in English, maybe also in Spanish and French.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your explanations.
Thank you.